Good evening and welcome to the National News Broadcast, bringing to you live from the National News Studios here at Rupavahini. We are ready to bring you the top stories here at home and around the world. I'm Charita Minipurarachi.
And I'm Dilanjali Anand, and these are the top stories for tonight.
Exposure to direct sunlight could damage skin of children, and doctors instruct to protect them from such disorders. Immediate relief and solutions to the problems in the gem and jewellery industry. The speaker says that no confidence against him is based on political opportunism. A police number to receive complaints and provide solutions to the problems of the Tamil people. First vessel carrying humanitarian aid reaches the Gaza coast. The T20 World Cup tournament of 2026 is scheduled to be conducted in Sri Lanka and India.
On to those and other stories in detail now, and starting off with the top story. Consultant physicians say a condition similar to burning on the skin of the small children prevails at present as a result of the intense sunlight occurring these days.
They further say that the adults must take precautions to protect children from numerous skin infections of this nature. Skin disease specialist Dr. Indira Kahavita says in most instances such deformities are seen on the outer side of the hands. At times such symptoms could appear in the upper region of the face as well. The usual characteristics are white spots, especially seen among children between the ages of 8 and 12 years. In addition to these symptoms, infections could also be observed in the form of rashes. They could be bacterial infections. Scratching is common in locations where perspiration accumulates. Round patches could also become the outcome of fungal infections. The consulting physician has requested not to use medicine for the rashes obtained from pharmacies. The reason being application of such medicine would create a condition that makes it difficult to withstand fungal attacks. In addition, such treatments may intensify the previous disease conditions of the patient. The doctor has mentioned the disease named psoriasis is in this regard. She also said that if one considering of getting vitamin D, he or she should stay exposed to sunlight for 5 minutes. President Ranil Wickremesinghe says release is to be extended to those engaged in the gem and jewellery industry who are confronted with numerous problems.
He has made these remarks at a discussion with gems and jewellery professionals at the President's official last afternoon. The meeting has dealt in depth on the new tax policies affecting the gem and jewellery industry and other relevant issues. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has also pointed out the need of increasing value additions on gem industry related exports. The President also said it is not possible at this moment to make changes in the tax policy. Nevertheless, measures are to be taken for the formulation of an appropriate methodology to strengthen the gem and jewellery industry. He has also ordered the relevant authorities to prepare a set of proposals for the resolution of problems through contributions of both the state and private sectors within the next 2 weeks. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has further stated that plans are underway to set up mining ventures in the Samaragammu province and also in the district of Nuwara. Accordingly, local gem entrepreneurs will be accorded full opportunities for the opening of business in these areas. He added that a survey is also scheduled to be conducted to ascertain the feasibility of opening of gems and mining business in other parts of the country as well. Minister Pavitra Vaniaravchi has pointed out on this occasion, if President Ranil Wickremesinghe had not assumed presidency of this country, there would not have been any opportunity even to discuss on a topic of this nature. The minister also said that she is extremely pleased over the transformation carried out in the country by the President upon taking charge of the responsibilities at a time when the entire public life is subjected to a severe danger. President Secretary Saman Ekanayaka, Senior Presidential Advisor on Economic Affairs Dr. R.H.S. Samarthunga and heads of line institutions have also participated in the discussion.
Speaker Mahinda Rupavahini says a no-confidence motion has been presented against him in order to fulfill a political need of the opposition. Addressing the media yesterday in Colombo, he further said that the decisions taken by both the government and opposition parliamentarian in this connection would become crucial. Speaker Mahinda Rupavahini said that a verdict has been delivered on a Supreme Court case. He added that, however, there was nowhere in the verdict stating that any irregularity had taken place. It is the duty of the parliamentarian to bring draft bills and to seek their passage. The Speaker is onlooker of such procedures. The Speaker further said that parliamentarians are representative of supreme nature.
An emergency police call center to speedily resolve complaints and problems of the Tamil people was declared open at the premises of the DIG's office in Vavuniya today. The problems could be presented through the hotline 107. Officials who are able to conserve in Tamil language have been deployed in the service. Minister Tiran Alas and IGP Deshabandhu Tennakon were also present at this opening ceremony. Minister Tiran Alas has requested the general public to furnish information on the underworld. Thugs could not exist in any village or town. These criminals have a tendency to engage in killings using T-56 weapons. Minister Tiran Alas also said that have determined to eliminate the underworld either through good or bad means. IGP Deshabandhu Tennakon said that the racketeers were allowed to engage in criminal activities, but hereafter the narcotic dealers would not have any opportunities to carry forward the illicit business, and he added that it is extremely clear that Sri Lankan police is able to eliminate these manners.
A mobile app which could be used via smart technology for refuse disposal management on the beaches is scheduled to be introduced. A discussion in this regard was conducted at the President's office yesterday. Senior Presidential Advisor on National Security and Chief of Presidential Staff Sagala Ratnayaka has presided over the event. The new mobile app would be operated through a mediation of the Coastal Conservation and Protection Authority through systematic coordination of organizations and institutions involved in sustainable development in coastal and marine environment. Sagala Ratnayaka has pointed out on this occasion on the need to enlighten on the coastal cleaning program as well as on the current educational programs in this regard. He has further stated that the app would become a tremendous boost in the tourism promotion in coastal regions. The Coastal Conservation and Protection Authority points out that coastal and marine resources are being polluted extensively due to numerous activities. Many state and private institutions as well as non-governmental organizations are presently engaged in the cleaning of beaches, and the upcoming mobile app would become a tool for proper coordination of these activities. Chief of Presidential Staff and Presidential Advisor on National Security Sagala Ratnayaka has also presided over the ceremony for the presentation of certificates and pinning of official logos on students of Ananda College, Colombo, who have successfully completed leadership training course.
And meanwhile, a new outdoor railway compartment which is able to win the hearts of tourists has been able to designed by the Mechanical Engineers Office in Ratmalana. The construction of the new divers is now in its final stages. A unique feature of the open train is the provision of facilities to watch and take photographs of enchanting locations of natural beauty in the upcountry railway track. It also facilitates easy purchasing of foods and beverages. The outdoor train could be used specially for sightseeing of beautiful tourist places in Alla and Bandaravilla. Nearly 5 million rupees is to be spent on the construction of the compartment.
A book titled Jana Aragale Donkare, or Echoes of People's Agitation, written by Chief Incumbent of the Abhayaramaya Narayanpeta, Venerable Muruttettuwe Ananda Thero, was unveiled at the Vihara Estate. The keynote address on this occasion was delivered by former Minister S.B. Disanayake. Former Minister S.B. Disanayake said that the Venerable Thero has pointed out that shortcomings are natural occurrences, but deceiving of the masses is not. He added that throughout history, politicians had deceived the people. The parliamentarian further said that one factor arisen of the Aragalaya is the youth putting an end on the ongoing process.
මේ පොත්
President of the Government Services United Nurses Union, Venerable Ruttetue Anandathera, said the book has presented facts in its true form. Venerable Thero also said that the present rulers must realize, even at this stage, on how to govern the country. The Naga Thero further said that there is no political journey by making enemies, the Mahasangha and the people.
Minister Manoj Nanayakara says that the dollar would not go up once again due to the fact of commencing repayment of the debt by the year 2027 by rebuilding the economy. He was in Polonnaruwa today. The aim of the mobile service was to extend correct guidance for the youth in the procurement of many services, including registration for foreign employment, without being subjected to the devious strategies of racketeers. The minister has also directed the participants on ways of receiving facilities for future entrepreneurial activities of these family members. This is conducted in Polonnaruwa tomorrow as well. Minister Manoj Nanayakara said that it is become possible for all institutions under his ministry for the provision of $9.6 million. The amount is scheduled to be increased beyond 10 million rupees by the end of this year. He has also recalled on the rumors being propagated earlier over the possibility of exceeding the dollar value above 500 rupees by December 2022. He said that by yesterday the dollar has come down to 299 rupees. Sri Lanka would start repaying its debt from the year 2027. Therefore, chances are unlikely that the dollar value would change if the present trend continues. Sri Lanka would definitely be elevated to a developed status by the year 2048.
President of the United National Party parliamentarian Vajra Abeyewardene says all political parties must remember that the country could not be taken forward through false promises. Parliamentarian Vajra Abeyewardene said that if any group of individuals or a campaign engage in attempts to wrongfully enlighten the people and leads the country towards destruction once again, the future of Sri Lanka would be turned into a dark spot in Asia. Actually, the country is now faced with the need for all to join hands and to embark upon united action. Vajra Abeyewardene further said that all political parties competed with each other to give false promises to the people, paving the way for a total bankruptcy. It was President Ranil Wickremesinghe who fulfilled his responsibility by gradually moving away from the country from the turmoil. The MP also said that if any group tries to break down this methodology, the people accept their actions. Now, industrialists engaged in the clay tile manufacturing industry say their profession is in danger due to the escalation of production costs. They reiterate that special attention of the authorities should be focused to uplift the fledgling industry. A common belief in the Sri Lankan society is that sheltering material manufactured according to local architectural procedures helps to prevent intense thermal heat generated through strong sunlight. Yet, with the introduction of modern tiles, the indigenous production is faced with a serious challenge. Industrialists say just a few factories remain today out of more than 600 tile factories which were operating in Vennapur. They further point out that employee generation could be further enhanced if the authorities focus attention on the modernization of the clay tile industry to suit up to the upcoming trends. Now, no woman would hesitate to overcome the life's challenges amidst numerous difficulties.
And that is why they are being called women of courage. Such personalities are abundant in our society as well. 58-year-old W. Subhadravati, a mother of 2 children of Kohilabala Giriula, is one such individual. She engaged in the battle to succeed in life by designing numerous equipment using pieces of iron. Her main ambition is to maintain the family. The spouse of Subhadravati is an ironsmith by profession. Subhadravati is fighting day and night to free a success by utilizing the knowledge of her husband and is an example to the entire country as she strives to lead a life without becoming a burden to the others.
And we have more news from home in brief. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has paid his last respects to the remains of the mother of the governor of the North Central Province, Mahipala Herath, today. The body of Mrs. Soma Herath, who passed away at the age of 98 years, is kept at the residence in Molamure Mawatha in Kegol. The president has extended his condolences to the relatives of the family at the residence. Funeral of Mrs. Soma Herath is scheduled to take place at the crematorium of the Kegol Municipal Council tomorrow evening. An Italian female tourist and her Sri Lankan tour guide have faced the threat of the wild elephant attack on the Dambulla-Habarana main road last evening. Our correspondent says the elephant chased after them and caused heavy damages to the motorcycle they travelled. The tourist and the guide escaped unharmed. That's all the news we have from home. Stay tuned for international stories coming up next.
Cricket fever රටට ගෝවෙලා ප්‍රීම කොත්තුඹි එක්කලා ෆන්ඩා බර්වලා කෙලෝ ස්පයිසි කොල්ලෝ හැම්මි ප්‍රීම කොත්තුඹි මී බින් මැච් එක ෆන් කරෝයි ප්‍රීම කොත්තුඹි මී hot and spicy රසද ප්‍රීම කොත්තුඹි කනකොට පපරේ බීට් එකේ නැට වෙයි සෙට් එක තාලට ගස්සලා බවුන්ඩරි උඩින් කප් එක උස්සමුද ඉතින් චියර් අප් කරමු හදවතින් ප්‍රීම කොත්තුඹි big match fun ප්‍රීම කොත්තුඹි තියනකම්.
Welcome back with international news. And foreign media reports that the first maritime humanitarian aid shipment to Gaza has been unloaded on the shores of Gaza. The shipment contained 200 tons of food desperately needed for Gaza has unloaded from the ship. According to the reports, aid agencies have accused Israel of impending aid deliveries, a charge vehemently denied by Israeli officials. The shipment arrived on board Spanish charity ship Open Arms. The cargo includes beans, carrots, canned tuna, chickpeas and many other essential food items which hold spiritual significance during Ramadan. The ship was reportedly checked by Israeli officials in port in Cyprus. It marks the start of a trial to see if the sea route would be more effective than air and land deliveries. Aid agencies have repeatedly warned that no method of relief is as effective as delivery by land, but they say Israeli restrictions means a fraction of what is needed in getting in. In a statement, World Central Kitchen said that all cargo was offloaded and is being readded for distribution in Gaza. Teams worked through the night to get to aid onto dry land. Gaza has no functioning port, so a jetty stemming from a short line was built by a team of World Central Kitchen.
Now, scientists have identified a new volcano on Mars named Noctis, Mons or Noctis volcano, situated south of planet's equator in the eastern Noctis Labyrinths region. Noctis volcano is towering at 9,022 meters or 30,000 feet and spanning 450 kilometers. While it's now dead quiet, Mars used to have a rich history of volcanism. The assumption is that since it's smaller than Earth, the planet would have cooled faster than ours after it formed. As its thermal activity decreased, so did its ability to generate new volcanoes. More recently, scientists have found that there is still some volcanic activity that makes certain regions prone to mild tremors. Noctis volcano is located on the eastern part, fractured maze-like grandeur geological formation known as Noctis Labyrinthus. The reason why it wasn't identified sooner despite countless journeys by satellites is due to the deep erosion it has suffered over millions of years.
Prima Kottumi, Fantamai.
The International Cricket Council has decided to conduct the T20 World Cup tournament of 2026 in Sri Lanka and in India.
Accordingly, Sri Lanka directly becomes eligible for the tournament. A special communique has been released regarding the 2026 T20 World Cup cricket tournament after an ICC executive committee meeting. The ICC officials have decided at the meeting held in Dubai that Sri Lanka and India would become the host nations of the tournament, scheduled to be held February and March 2026. 20 teams are expected to compete in the tournament and 12 teams would be selected. The ICC has also decided to engage in the selection from the 1st of June this year. Aqib Jawad, a former fast bowler of the Pakistan team, has been named as the new coach of the Sri Lanka team. The Sri Lankan cricket has informed today that he would function as the fast bowling coach of the Sri Lanka team until the T20 World Cup tournament of this year. Aqib Jawad in his cricketing career had taken part in 163 one-day matches and 22 test matches. He was a member of the Pakistan team which clinched the World Cup in 1992. He was also a taker of 236 wickets.
St. Thomas's College Mount Lavinia has defeated Royal College Club by 30 runs in the one-day cricket match played at the SSC grounds in Colombo today. The St. Thomas's team, after winning the toss, has decided to bat first. Accordingly, they have scored 256 runs for the loss of 8 wickets in 50 overs. Sadev Soisa has hit 65 runs and Royalist Ranukamala Varachi took 4 wickets for 53 runs. The Royal team was all out for 226 runs in 48 overs, with Shen Abhiratna scoring 56 runs. Nedan Caldera and Dinet Gunawardena have captured 3 wickets each for the Thormians. Man of the 47th annual one-day cricket match was Sadev Soisa.
More updates on cricket. Sri Lanka beat Bangladesh by 3 wickets in the second match of the current series between the two countries. Accordingly, both teams are tied up with each team winning a match. Sri Lanka captain Kusal Mendis, after winning the toss in the match played at the Ahmed Chaudhry Stadium in Shahuk, has handed over the Bangladeshi team to face deliveries first. The Bangladesh team has hit 286 runs for the loss of 7 wickets in 50 overs. Tahid Hybri remained unbeaten with 96 runs. Wanindu Hasaranga has captured 4 wickets. Sri Lanka team first 3 wickets fell for 43 runs while chasing a victory target of 287 runs. However, Pathum Nishanka and Charita Salanka have maintained a 185 runs partnership for the 4th wicket. Pathum Nishanka has recorded his 6th century in one-day cricket by scoring 114 runs. Charita Salanka and Wanindu Hybri by end of the match with Pathum Nishanka. The final ODI of the series is scheduled to be conducted on the 18th of this month.
And he's hit that, but it's
inside out, no one in the deep. Wanindu Hasaranga comes into the air. Nazmulos and Shanto Kadabdoy putting some important.
Prima Stella Set Yogurt.
Jayaganna ready wenna.
With that cricketing update, we are wrapping up tonight's news, which is tomorrow at the very same time. I'm Charita, signing off with Dulanjali. Stay safe. Good night.
Good night.